Hi everyone, Jason Loayon here, and today ay ituturo ko sa inyo kung paano i-express ang percent as fraction. So without further ado, simulan natin yung discussion. Paano nga ba natin i-convert or i-express yung percent as fraction? Narito yung step. To express percent as fraction, divide the number by 100 and simplify the fraction if possible. Yan lang yung dalawang general steps of expressing percent as fraction. Pero para malaman natin kung paano nga ba yung step-by-step process of expressing percent as fraction, let's take some examples. So we have to express the following percents as fractions. Meron tayong 6 dito para maraming example, maraming guide. So we have 75%, 20%, 5%, 125%, 32.5%, 0.24%. And for the solution of letter A, ang sabi kanina, yung number daw ay i-divide lang natin by 100. So this is 75 divided by 100. And then simplify the fraction if possible. Yung 75 over 100 ay hindi pa naka-simplest form. Kaya kailangan natin siyang i-simplify by means of dividing each of them by their greatest common factor. Pero paano nga ba natin malalaman kung ano ang greatest common factor ni 75 at ni 100? Kailangan din natin silang i-express as the product of their prime factors. Halimbawa, ito si 75. 75 can be expressed as 3 times 5 times 5 because 3 times 5 times 5 is 75. Ganun din si 100. We can express 100 as 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 kasi mag-i-equal din sa 100 kapag multiply natin yung mga prime factors na yan. At ngayon, mula sa set of prime factors nitong 75 at 100, titignan natin kung ano yung mga numbers na common sa kanilang dalawa. So, kitang-kita naman na yung 5, dalawang 5 sa 75 at dalawang 5 sa factors ng 100 ang common. And so, masasabi natin na yung GCF or the greatest common factor ng 75 at 100 ay 25 because 5 times 5 is 25. Kaya ang makakapag-divide sa 75 over 100 ay walang iba kundi 25. So let's try to divide 75 by 25. So we have divided by 25 and also divide 100 by 25. And that gives us, what is 75 divided by 25? The result is 3. And then over 100 divided by 25, the result is 4. Actually, yung 3/4 na sagot natin, makikita din natin yan dito sa natitirang factors. Di ba yung natirang factor ni 75 mula nung ginamit natin yung 5 by 5, 3 na lang. Kaya ito, 3 yung nasa numerator. The same is true with 100. After we used 5 times 5, ang natirang factors ay 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. Kaya malaking tulong yung process of finding the GCF in simplifying fractions. Kasi nga makikita na rin natin dito kung ano yung magiging simplest form ng remaining fractions. Okay, let's take na letter B, which is 20%, and that is equal to 20 divided by 100. Kasi nga 20% means 20 per 100. And then, i-identify ulit natin kung ano ang greatest common factor ni 20 at ni 100 na po pwedeng mag-divide sa kanilang dalawa so that we can simplify 20 over 100. So for 20, ano nga ba yung prime factors ng 20? We have 2 times 2 times 5, that is equal to 20. So therefore, 2 times 2 times 5 are the prime, 2 and 2 and 5 are the prime factors of 20. And then we have for 100, so naipakita naman na natin dito sa itaas kanina na that the prime factors of 100 are 2, 2, 5, 5. Because 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 is 100. And then, tignan natin anong common sa factors ni 20 at ni 100. Kitang-kita naman na yung common ay 2, another 2, and another 5. Sa makatuwid, if we are going to multiply the common factors like 2 times 2 times 5, the result is 20. Kaya yung GCF natin dito ay 20. Again, the GCF between 20 and 100 is 20. And then, pwede na nating i-divide yung 20 over 100 by the GCF 20 divide by 20 equals, so what is 20 divided by 20? Obviously, that is 1. And then 100 divided by 20, that is 5. Okay, so kung makikita nyo rin dito, tulad nga nung observation natin dito sa itaas kanina, after getting the GCF, which are 2, 2, and 5, ang natira dito kay 20, wala na kayo nakikita pero actually meron pang factor yan na 1. So, ayun, meron tayong 1 sa numerator and also sa 100, ang natira after getting the 2 times 2 times 5, ang natira ay 5 na lang kaya meron tayong denominator dito na 5. Okay lang yun na yun yung gamitin yung paraan pero okay lang din kung 20 divided by 20 is 1, 100 divided by 20 is 5. Okay, so letter C tayo. 5% is equal to 5 over 100. So ano nga ba ang greatest common factor ng 5 and 100? So simulan natin kay 5. Of course, wala nang ibang factors, wala nang ibang prime factors na po pwedeng mag-multiply para makuha si 5 kundi 5 and 1. So hindi naman na natin kailangang ilagay yung 1 dyan kasi lahat naman ng numbers may factor na 1. So we have 5 and then for 100, paulit-ulit lang yung prime factors ng 100 at kung mapapansin natin, the common factors between 5 and 100 is no other than 5. So may isang 5 dito, may isang 5 din dito and therefore the GCF is 5. Kaya 5 ang gagamitin nating divisor for both numerator and denominator of this fraction. So 5 divided by 5 and then 100 divided by 5. And that gives us, ano nga ba ang 5 divided by 5? Obviously, that is 1 over 100 divided by 5 is 20. Tulad rin ng sinabi ko kanina, yung natira ditong factors after getting the greatest common factor, yun din yung mga magiging sagot dito sa simplest form ng fraction. Tulad nito, wala nang nakikita dito, so that means 1 na lang yung remaining. And then, yung remaining naman after na ginamit natin yung 5 dito na isa as part of the greatest common factor, so we have 2 times 2 is 4 times 5, that is 20. So we have 1 over 20. Okay, so letter D. 125% is equal to, again, i-divide lang natin yung 125 by 100. And then, alamin ulit natin kung ano ang greatest common factor. Ano nga ba yung greatest common factor ni 125? Obviously, yung 125 can be expressed as 5 times 5 times 5. Yun yung tatlong prime factors ni 125. And then, si 100 naman, mananatiling 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. And obviously, pagka tinignan natin yung factors ni 125 at yung factors ni 100, yung common nila ay dalawang 5. So, dalawang 5. So, we have 5 times 5. The result is 25. Kaya yung GCF natin dito ay 25. So, using that GCF, i-divide natin yung numerator and denominator by the greatest common factor which is 25. So, that is 125 divided by 25. Then 100 divided by 25 equals, what is 125 divided by 25? That is 5. And 100 divided by 25 is 4. Ganun din dito sa observation natin kanina, ano na lang naiwan sa 125 after getting the common factors. So 5 na lang. And then sa 100, anong naiwan? 4 kasi 2 times 2 is 4 kaya meron tayo ditong 4. And that 5 over 4, even if improper yan, but since the numerator and the denominator are relatively prime, pwede nang hindi natin yan i-express as mixed number because that is already in simplest form. Okay, so the equivalent fraction of 125% is 5 over 4. Next tayo, we have 32.5%. Paano nga ba natin i-express yan? May decimal. O ganun pa rin yung first step natin. Divide the given number by 100. So we have 32.5 divided by 100. Pero meron tayong konting konting twist. Kasi 32.5 over 100, hindi natin yan kaagad mahahanapan ng GCF. So what are we going to do? Kailangan gawin muna nating whole number, both numerator and denominator. So since yung numerator natin ay 32.5 which is a decimal, kailangan natin gawing whole number yan by means of moving the decimal point once to the right para maging whole number siya. So yung 32.5 ay magiging 325 na. And then yung 100, since nag-move tayo ng decimal point once to the right sa numerator, ganun din yung gagawin natin sa denominator. yung decimal point ng 100 ay nandito sa dulo. Pag nag-move tayo ng isa pang decimal point, magiging 1,000 na yung 100. And then after that, saka na natin hanapan ng GCF to divide the numerator and the denominator to simplify the given fraction. So ano nga ba ang greatest common factor ng 325 and 1,000? Sige, isa-isahin natin para hindi tayo mahirapan. Yung 325 pwede nating i-express as 5 times 5 times 13. Ito yung tatlo niyang prime factors. At ngayon, yung 1,000 naman pwede nating i-express as 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times 5. Ang dami. Okay, anyway. After doing that, na-express na natin yung mga numbers in their as the product of their prime factors, alamin natin kung ano yung common factors sa kanilang dalawa. So we have dalawang 5 nandito, may dalawang 5 din tayo, and so masasabi natin that 5 times 5 equals 25 is the GCF of our given numbers. So, pwede na natin i-divide yung 325 and 1,000 by the greatest common factor which is 25. So, divide by 25, 1,000 divided by 25. And then divide 325 by 25 and that gives us 13. And then 1,000 divided by 25 is 40. Okay, pero kung hirap kayong mag-divide ng 325 by 25 then 1,000 by 25, tignan nyo na lang yung mga remaining factors. So, remaining factors ng 325 after we get the greatest common factor, we have 13. Kaya yung 13 ang nasa numerator. And also, yung remaining factors ng 1,000, yung product nila ay 2 times 2 times 2 which is 8 times 40, times 5, that is 40. Kaya 13 over 40 yung ating simplest form. Sana nasusundan nyo. Okay, tsaga-tsaga lang, mamamaster nyo rin to. And letter F, we have 0.24% is equal to, divide ulit natin 0.24 by 100, and once again, yung numerator natin ay decimal at hindi natin pwedeng isimplify directly. Mahirap yun, maliban na lang kung ganun na talaga kagaling yung bata sa mathematics na kaya niyang isimplify directly yung 0.24 over 100. Okay, pero generally, ganito gagawin natin. So, this is equal to yung 0.24 na yan or 0.24, gawin nating whole number. So, i-move natin yung decimal point twice to the right. Okay, so magiging 24 na lang yan. And then, yung 100 na may decimal point na nasa dulo, mag-move din tayo ng decimal point twice to the right also. We have 1 and 2, kaya magiging 10,000 na yung 100. Okay, and then, dyan na tayo maghahanap ng greatest common factor between 24 and 10,000 to simplify them. Kaya, express natin yung 24 as the product of its prime factor. So, we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Tama ba? So, 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 times 3 is 24. Okay. And then 10,000 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. You can verify kung talaga bang 1,000 or 10,000 yung product nitong prime factors na to. But I'm sure na 10,000 yung product nito kasi dinouble check ko na yan. And then, so the common factors between 24 and 10,000 are 2. Tatlong 2. So we have 2 times 2 times 2. So the GCF is 8. And then gamitin natin yung GCF na yan to divide the numerator and the denominator. So 24 divided by 8 and 10,000 divided by 8. And then dividing 24 by 8 gives us 3. And then 10,000 divided by 8 is 1,250. And therefore, the equivalent fraction of 0.24% is 3 over 1,250. I hope you learned something from this lesson, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe sa mga kakilala nyong grade 7 students para marami tayong matulungan. Okay, that's all for today and have a nice day.